songs. Your faith is strong, but you need a proof. You saw her with a moon, her beauty and moonlight, hallelujah. She tied you to a kitchen table, she broke your crown and she got your hair from your lips. She do the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what really got me. They're also included that.
Okay.
But haven't you found that
as a Thames tidal river. The tide is always coming in or it's always going out. And also it changes. You see the three yellow buoys in the river? A bit further. Now during the First and the Second World War, the docks were actually a prime target for the German Air Force. But they only ever managed to hit one dock which caused significant damage. Then during World War II, they hit the entrance to the Millwall Dock, which is just coming up on the right hand side. Now you can enter the Millwall Dock via the West End. Port of London was the busiest commercial port anywhere in the world. We had ships in and out of our docks from all around the world carrying all manner of different cargoes. At that time we'd have seen thousands of these things over here on the right. You see these blue things floating in the river? Well, these are barges. They're also known as lighters. Now what would happen? The ships would go into the dock. They would then put the barge outside the ship. You're going upstream on what was once the busiest motorway in the world. And we now use our waterways less than any other country in Europe. Now on the land over here on the right, this is known as the Isle of Dogs. Now it's a great big horseshoe-shaped bend in the Thames today, but it gets the name the Isle of Dogs. Dates back to when the royal families lived in the Royal Palace of Greenwich. Back in them days it was all old marshland over there. A strip of water ran right the way around it, making the Canary Islands. The Fred Olsen shipping line used to bring us cargoes of fruit to the Canary Wharf. Over the years the docks closed down and all the land was bought up by the City of London. On a Friday night after about 6:30, 7 o'clock, it would pretty much close down to early on a Monday morning. But over there now there's great big shopping centres, loads of hotels, all the celebrity chefs have got their restaurants. So a very busy and popular part of London, 7 days. But as we go past this large yellow block of apartments on the right, well that's pretty much where the Isle of Dogs ends. It then enters a part of land on the ships and into the docks. And that's where many of them settle. There still is a very big Chinese community in Limehouse today. In fact, has anyone ever read the old Sherlock Holmes books? Do you remember him chasing the evil Moriarty through the gambling dens and opening dens of Chinatown? That was a Chinatown he based it on, in the East End of London. Now keep looking to the right, between there was actually, in the attic of that pub, where Charles Dickens lived, when he wrote one of his most famous novels, Our Mutual Friend. Now if we keep looking along here to the right, coming up, we have another pub. They set them back slightly so that people have their private riverside gardens, nice views. Now, if you're ever lucky enough to be able to afford a riverside apartment, go for one of the old warehouse conversions. This next one coming up on the right, on the top is Gun Wharfs. It's over 150 years old now. Now, if you think about it, that building, that was through 2 World Wars, and it also survived the war of the proxy development. It done more damage on the banks of the Thames than both the World Wars put together. Basically, all the old warehouses like this started getting demolished to make way for new ones. Reason being, the same square footage, different design. They remain like Gun Wharf. They made them listed buildings. So they now build within the old warehouse, as long as the 4 walls and the roof stay the same. Now, I'm no architect, but the walls of Gun Wharf, they're over 18 inches solid brickwork. And believe me, that is far better built than any of the modern day apartments. And also to the right, we have the Pier of the Police Boats. The River Thames Police is the oldest uniformed police force in the world. It was founded back in the 15th century with piracy and smuggling. East India, they were very big and powerful at one time. And they were so fed up of their ships being robbed while they were in port waiting to be unloaded. It basically started out as a private security firm. Later on, other companies started paying the East India protection money to look after their ships. I do hope you've enjoyed your trip upstream on board the Sarpy. And I do hope you've enjoyed these few points and places of interest. As I pointed out, folks, before I started, and well, I'm sure you've realised, that we're not professional guides on these boats. We are only members of the crew. of the vessel, we carry inflatable life rafts, life rings all around the vessel. It is the second largest unsupported cathedral dome in Europe. Second to that of St Peter, to span the River Thames. The old St Paul's Railway Bridge carried the first steam trains across the river for the Chatham-Dover railway system. Now the top half of the bridge was removed many years ago. It couldn't take the weight of the modern day trains. You could never remove these old pillars though. If you pull these out, you'd undermine.
Parker Square.
Literally just got jet skis. Well, once to get around. Green.